We were using each other, sweet thing. I was curious about you, and now my curiosity is sated.
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're counting down our picks for the 10 best Dragon Age romance options.
The champion of Kirkwall going to battle naked. Why can't I ever have that dream? My love.
I love you.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most dramatic, romantic, or adorable options for love in Thedas. Spoilers are in place for anyone who hasn't played the games. Who's your go-to romantic partners in the Dragon Age games? Let us know down in the comments.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Solus, Dragon Age Inquisition.
You are Mythal's creature now. Everything you do, whether you know it or not, will be for her. You have given up a part of yourself.
Solus basically has the personality of a disgruntled, pretentious old man. Romancing him really isn't easy, as he tends to disapprove of so many things the player does or says. Most players are likely to only get the occasional Solus slightly approves, and that's the best one can hope for. If you want to get with the moody, bald mage, you must be an elven female inquisitor and ask a lot of questions. Any other combinations will yield no romantic love from Solus. Getting on his good side will eventually lead to a dreamy stroll in the Fade, followed by a passionate kiss. He'll even dance with you, but don't expect a long-term relationship. Solus has a secret lupine identity that changes things.
I know, Vinan. And we are running out of time.
Meryl, Dragon Age 2.
Ferelden wasn't that brown. The dirt and muck gave it character. We should go. Your task is for Isabella now. It's not wise to make her wait.
Meryl is great. She's very naive, yet also a little complicated. She likes to dabble in blood magic, is a bit of a pariah to her clan, and becomes obsessed with reconstructing an Alluvian, a magic crossroads mirror, dangerous for a variety of reasons.
My people have lost so much. We know almost nothing of the days before Arlathan. This is a piece of our history.
The first hesitation in the Meryl romance comes from her anxieties towards being with a human, what her clan will think, and the true dangers of pursuing her mirror project. Basically, Meryl has a lot going on. However, she will be 100% committed to the relationship long term, should you stick with her long enough to see her grow and mature.
The champion of Kirkwall going to battle naked. Why can't I ever have that dream? My love.
I love you.
Liliana, Dragon Age Origins.
We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the Chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
Liliana comes from a difficult background, after which she has found faith in the Maker. She can also be romanced by either male or female players. Since she is a pious woman, Liliana will be attracted to and quickly approve of good behavior and a helpful attitude. So don't try anything if you've decided to go renegade, as it won't be easy.
I yearned for the freedom and the recklessness that I knew in Orlais. The Maker made the world beautiful, but he also made it dangerous.
Unlike some more frisky characters, we're looking at you, Zevran. Liliana won't join you on your bedroll until she has fallen in love with you, as she's all about a stable relationship. Unless you have your persuasion skill topped, don't sleep around and try to lie to her. She'll know.
You're welcome to join me, of course. The Maker says we must share our blessings.
Isabella, Dragon Age 2.
I asked Lucky and his boys to track down something I lost. They failed to do it. It's nothing to worry about, and this is much more important.
Contrary to our previous entry, Isabella is unsurprisingly lustful. She will bed you in a passionate, aggressive moment and then claim she doesn't want to bring feelings into it. She tells a tale of her former husband, to whom she was sold by her mother. After his death, she told herself she'd never be tied down again.
We were using each other, sweet thing. I was curious about you, and now my curiosity is sated.
Oh, and Isabella is basically a pirate. so expect some inevitable narrative deception. But if you're on her good side, she'll show up at the right moment to make amends. In the end, love finds a way into her reluctant heart. Josephine Monet, Dragon Age Inquisition.
Sister Leliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
If you're more of the romance novel variety, Josephine is the one for you. Unlike some of the other romantic contenders, Josephine isn't difficult to romance. You just have to be charming, really. There is no approval rating for her character, so simple common sense is required in selecting the proper dialogue prompts. If she is successfully wooed, it's really just a sitting by the fireplace and cuddling type of romance. She even pops her leg when you kiss her. Honestly, it's corny, but she's an attractive, well-dressed, proper woman of diplomatic elegance, and let's face it, you could do much worse.
I would never have you face it alone.
Alistair, Dragon Age Origins.
So unless we try to get back to the compound in Denerim, I suppose the answer is no. There's nowhere for us to go.
Alistair is your first real friend in Dragon Age, and if you want to take it to that next level, you can. Alistair will only become romantically involved if the player is a female, so keep that in mind. He also, given his past, has no experience in the language of love, mentally and physically, so you'll have to teach him a thing or two. The inexperience is really kind of adorable.
You're not actually asking me this, are you? What kind of ritual is this, anyway?
To get into his medieval pants, you'll have to appeal to his sense of humor, but carefully balance this with not mocking him or his fragile memories. Otherwise, he's kind of easy, given his naivety. It's a lot like Cullen's romance in Inquisition, minus the Lyrium Addict's anonymous meetings.
I hate having to ask you to do this, love. It'd be so much more interesting to keep you at court.
Dorian Pavas, Dragon Age Inquisition.
We didn't travel through time so much as punch a hole through it and toss it into the privy. But don't worry. I'm here. I'll protect you.
Ah, Dorian. Fabulous, extravagant Dorian. He's only available romantically if the Inquisitor is male, regardless of race. He's quick-witted and humorous, which he sometimes uses to cover up his issues back home. Dorian's father shunned him for preferring the company of men, though there's ample opportunity for the player to let Papa Pavas know the Inquisitor's feelings on the matter.
Is that all? Go ahead and use me, Dorian. Or are you all talk?
Oh, you are glorious.
The romance with Dorian is passionate. The relationship is long-term, yet eventually becomes a long-distance one, as Dorian returns to Tevinter to take on a political role. As long as he keeps that amazing mustache, we're cool.
You're back after being away in Tevinter for a month, and this is how you greet me.
I have an apology ready.
Cassandra Pentagast, Dragon Age Inquisition.
The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The conclave was hers.
Cassandra makes her first appearance in Dragon Age 2 as she interrogates Varric about Hawke's actions. She seems cold and confrontational, as an interrogator should be. That's why it's a little surprising when she shows up in Inquisition and can be wooed. She's only interested in a relationship with a male, whether you're human, Qunari, or anything in between.
Not merely housed in flesh, but brought to life. Shall we read another?
Courting her leads to a poetry reading picnic in a grove, complete with candles and relations on a blanket. Cassandra loves a good trashy novel, but everything about her romance is meaningful, heartfelt, and utterly captivating. The Iron Bull, Dragon Age Inquisition.
Boss, whatever I miss, whatever I regret, this is where I want to be.
If you're looking for what is arguably one of the most entertaining cutscenes in Thedas, romance Iron Bull. He isn't picky. He'll accept advances from all races and both genders, though he is big on the rules of engagement before you attempt to ride the bull.
If you're ever uncomfortable, if you ever want me to stop, you say Kato, and it's over. No questions asked.
It's a little unnerving that you have this down to a system.
If all is accepted, the romance blossoms into something fiery and hilarious, given how public it becomes later down the line. If you want to declare your love, make Bull a dragon's tooth necklace. If not, just call it off and it's no hard feelings. Though we doubt you'll be able to forget the experience.
You've stood strong against everything. Never flinched. You are the toughest, wisest, most beautiful person I've ever met, Kadan.
Morgan, Dragon Age Origins.
Only stragglers that are long gone. You would not want to see what is happening in that valley now.
Morgan is arguably one of the most popular characters in the franchise. In the first game, Morgan can be romanced if the player is male. You can have a casual relationship, or with some extra work, a more meaningful liaison. She's quite cold and very standoffish, but with time and personal quests, the complexities of the so-called Witch of the Wilds becomes apparent. The problem is, she initially considers love to be a weakness, so perseverance is key.
I will always remember you, my love.
Should you play your cards right, Morgan's romance can transcend into Inquisition, where she and the Grey Warden will have a child together. Turns out she's actually soft underneath, just don't let her hear you say that. What else can we say? A relationship with Morgan is utterly compelling.
For a time, I had a respite with the man I loved. But only for a time. One cannot remain in between forever.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, there's more where that came from.